Allison?
Neese. Here. Cotter.
Here.
Merle. Neeson.
Here.
Topliff.
Here. All right, we have a quorum. John, would you like to come up and do the invocation? All rise.
Dear Heavenly Gracious Father, please be with the city commissioners. Be in their hearts and their minds as they leave this meeting. And be in their days to come and keep them safe, keep all of us safe in West Plains. It's in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, John. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Mayor. First thing we've got tonight is the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye. All right.
Next item is recognition of guests. No guests listed. Item 4, resolutions. Resolution 2022-12, a resolution by the City of West Plains authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with the Howell County Health Department for environmental public health services.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2022-12.
Second.
Okay. I think this is our annual agreement that we do. So all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Resolution 2022-13, a resolution by the City of West Plains authorizing the city administrator to execute an engineering contract with Toth and Associates for services regarding the 69 kV line.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2022-13.
Second.
Mayor and council, this is an agreement that we're going to enter into with Toth in regards to the railroad overpass project and St. Louis Street remodel project. So that's to relocate and design that 69 kV line that's within that boundaries of that project. So
Right there, the 160 overpass, that's got to
yeah, it's got to go up.
way up.
Yeah, those two poles are going to have to go up, and then there's some rework on the underground, and the line running parallel with 160
Mhm.
is going to have to be moved over a little bit too. So we've got a lot of work to do there in that area especially. So
Okay, thanks. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 2022-14, a resolution by the City of West Plains authorizing the city administrator to execute an engineering contract with Toth and Associates for water line design.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2022-14.
Second.
okay, this is for water line on the St. Louis Street project. We've got a 6-inch water line that's there that needs to be relocated. Basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to end it on one side of the bridge, but they have to make sure that it's in our hydraulic model, make sure it is right. And if we do any changes like that, we, by Missouri DNR guidance, we have to have an engineering report on it. So
Okay. All those in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Oh, wait, get a break here for,
Section 5, ordinances. Bill 4708 to become ordinance 4708, second reading, an ordinance of the City of West Plains providing for the continuation of the city's 1/2 cent capital improvement sales tax and calling for an election on such tax to be held on August 2nd, 2022.
Make a motion to approve bill 4708 to become ordinance 4708, second reading.
Second.
Sam, did you have any input you wanted to put on this?
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Sorry I can't be there in the chambers, but no, we didn't receive any comment from the first reading of this item. As a reminder, this is an ordinance to place an issue on our ballot in August to renew our 1/2 cent capital improvement sales tax. It actually expires at the end of next calendar year. So we wanted to give enough time for an education campaign to allow voters an opportunity to ask questions. But if passed, this would put the issue on the ballot for this August.
Okay.
Happy to answer any questions.
I think we've had this capital improvement tax at least 30 years now, right?
Yes, I believe this would be the third renewal, if I'm correct.
Fantastic. Any more discussion? Oh, Allison.
Bill 4708 to become ordinance 4708, second reading. Nice,
Yes.
Cotter,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
Bill 4709 to become ordinance 4709, second reading, an ordinance for the purchase of right-of-way from Rex Tackett.
Make a motion to approve Bill 4709 to become ordinance 4709, second reading.
Second.
Okay, so this is, I don't think we've got a aerial of it, but this is for the last section of line for the 69 kV line. This will connect from the Southern Hill substation to the what is called the West Plains number 3 station, or the Show Me substation where we would take power from. So any questions?
We've been working on that for quite a while.
We have, this is the last, this was really the last piece of right away that we had to get. So this should get us completed.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Allison?
Bill 4709 to become ordinance 4709, second reading. Nice,
Yes.
Cotter,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
Bill 4710 to become ordinance 4710, second reading, an ordinance to repeal and replace the existing purchasing policy, ordinance 4678 for the city of West Plains, Missouri.
Make a motion to approve Bill 4710 to become ordinance 4710, second reading.
Second.
Good evening, council. It's so nice to see you guys. This is just a repeal / replace of our existing purchasing policy. The major change that we made is adjusting our minimum purchasing threshold that requires competitive bidding from $1,000 up to $3,000. This is the result of the price increases that we're seeing across the board on our inventory items. And we chose $3,000 because it matches our micro purchase threshold for the CDBG grant, which is kind of a standard grant to use for our federal purchasing guidelines. Make sure that we don't break the law on that side of things. Keep us in compliance with all of our grant requirements.
Okay.
Any questions?
No further questions? Alex?
Bill 4710 to become ordinance 4710. Nice,
Yes.
Cotter,
Yes.
Merle, Neeson,
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
Bill 4713 to become ordinance 4713, first reading, an ordinance repealing and replacing chapter 36 of the solid waste revised for curb pickup.
Make a motion to approve Bill 4713 to become ordinance 4713, first reading.
Second.
Okay, this would revise the statute or the chapter to curbside pickup. We would do away with the alley pickup other than the identified commercial pickup that we currently have. Not going to end up changing that, but it's at a designated location. That's right there at the top of the alley is one that I bring to mind real easily. So we did presentation last month. You saw it's really a safety issue, but it'll help with future procedures if we decide to go to a self-load truck. So
Have we, did you send out any notifications? Have we already had a motion yet?
Yes.
Okay.
In a second.
Have you sent out notifications on, some of the, okay. So
No, we
it's
have not.
dependent on this. Okay.
right.
Well, yeah,
Since
you
this is
can't
first
send a
reading.
notice. Yeah.
Since this is first reading, then we'll go in and we'll send out notification.
Okay.
Okay.
We haven't done a press release, right, on it? Allison? Nothing yet?
Just the presentation.
Okay, just the present. Okay, thanks. Okay. Any other questions? Allison?
Bill 4713 to become ordinance 4713, first reading. Nice,
Yes.
Cotter,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
Bill 4714 to become ordinance 4714, first reading, an ordinance of the city of West Plains authorizing the city administrator to execute an agreement for engineering design services for a new fuel farm system for both Jet A and 110 LL with above ground tanks. Bill 4714 to become ordinance 4714, second reading. An ordinance of the city of West Plains authorizing the city administrator to execute an agreement for engineering design services for a new fuel farm system for both Jet A and 110 LL with above ground tanks.
Make a motion to approve Bill 4714 to become ordinance 4714, first and second reading.
Second.
Hi, Brian.
Mayor, council. Tonight we have Kevin Schur with Javiation, which is our airports consultant. We tried to get everything in order for last month. Because of MoDOT, we didn't get all the information back from them that we needed. So it kind of held it up a little bit. But so that's why you see a first and second read. If you have any questions about kind of where we're at or the process or anything, either myself or Kevin will be happy to answer any questions.
I think we were under a deadline to get this done, so.
And we if we don't, we have to have it done by this month's council meeting. We get allocated funds each year.
Right.
Right now, I think is it 2018 funds that we've got around $60,000, give or take, sitting there that if we don't get it allocated now, that will go towards this, it'll go away.
Well, that just says justified the emergency reading. That's good with you. Yeah.
And I'd hate to lose that. And I wish we could have had it in order. I wish we could have got the stuff from MoDOT like we wanted to, but it just didn't work out that way.
That's why we have the emergency clause in there. So
I appreciate it.
Any other questions? Allison?
Bill 4714 to become ordinance 4714, first and second reading. Neese,
Yes.
Cotter,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next section is council action. And I would say, Mayor, I don't have a connection, so I won't be able to help out with the motions on this one. Do you either? So you're gonna have to help us, Jeff.
Okay. All right. Good evening, Mayor and Council. First item I have tonight is appraisal services for right-of-way for Independence Overpass and St. Louis Street Bridge projects. Back a few weeks ago, we sent out a request for proposals for appraisal services for up to 9 properties in and around, or those properties that would be affected by these 2 projects. We received responses from Southwest Valuation from here in West Plains and Springfield, and Mahan Real Estate Appraisals from Gassville, Arkansas. Again, this would be for up to 9 properties that would be impacted by the Independence Overpass and the St. Louis Bridge project. Southwest Valuation bid $3,000 per appraisal report. Mahan bid $3,500. They did have additional cost in there for reports that would be under the Uniform Act regulations. We don't feel that we will need that. So the total for the low bid of Southwest Valuation is $27,000 for the 9 appraisal reports. You can see a budget amount there of $525,000. That is for the cost of purchase of those properties as well. That's why that's so high. So.
Make a motion that we approve the bid of Southwest Valuation for $27,000 for appraisal services right-of-way Independence Overpass St. Louis Street Bridge projects.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Okay, next item I have is brass fittings for inventory. This is simply to replace what we have used in the last few months. This is for 22-inch meter setters and 22-inch corps. Of the 4, the low bid I have is Harry Cooper. at a total cost of $27,390.80.
Make a motion that we approve the bid of Harry Cooper for $27,390.80 for brass fittings for inventory.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, next item I have, or bid item I have, is additional equipment for our ongoing SCADA project. This was bids that Toth and Associates went out for us. As you can see, I only have the one bid from SEL from Pullman, Washington. This includes controls, transceivers, relays, and cable. This is a sole source item, as the items have to communicate with current SEL brand microprocessors in the substations currently. I have a total bid of the lot of equipment of $47,247.96.
Make a motion that we approve the bid of SEL Pullman, Washington for $47,247.96 for additional equipment for SCADA project.
Second.
No discussion? All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I have a couple of bids to replace the self-contained breathing apparatus system, or SCBA, at the fire department. As you can see, they do have a budget amount of $300,000 on this. Their current SCBA is a combination of older systems purchased in '98 and in 2011, with an estimated service life of 15 years. Numerous packs of the current packs have failed due to wear and tear. The fire department did contact the three major manufacturers, which were MSA, Scott, and Draeger. They brought packs down for them to try out, system to look at. We got a response from MSA and Draeger, which is Sentinel and Firemaster. One thing I do want to mention on here, I have the brands backwards. Firemaster is actually Draeger and Sentinel Emergency is actually MSA. And that was brought to my attention after the fact. So I didn't want to bring that to your attention, but this is for 33 SCBA units, 33 spare cylinders, face pieces, bags, adapters for the compressors, a compressor, cascade fill system, or cascade and fill system, install, shipping a total on Firemaster, which is the low bid, of $277,055.25.
Make a motion that we approve the bid of Firemaster of Springfield, Missouri for $277,055.25 to replace the self-contained breathing apparatus system at the fire department.
Second.
All those in favor say scuba. Scuba.
Okay, the last bid item I have is trailers for refuse disposal department. This is for 3 trailers that transport the refuse to Hartville. As you can see there, I did reach out to four bidders. Normally these bidders, with the exception of Armor, always send me a bid. Again, I only had one. I really feel, or I assume the reason why was because of the volatility with the steel prices, believe it or not. And I believe it's included in your packet, an email from Jimmy Thomas, maybe a couple of pages back. In his email, it says, "I won't be able to honor any type of pricing I send you until 60 to 90 days before it is manufactured. That is what we call a lock-in price for the customer or dealer. If the price is over $1,000, and that is per unit, from what I quoted you, then you can always cancel without penalty. If it is less than $1,000 per unit and you cancel, then it is a $1,000 cancellation fee." So they're doing this to try to keep people from taking up large slots and to keep people
Mhm.
like us with small orders from being able to place an order because they can only take so many orders. Is the main reason why they're doing this. But as far as the pricing, it's probably going to be September before he can give us an exact price on these units. But they need a purchase order in order for us to get a order slot is what this amounts to. So
Okay.
if approved, if it becomes more, then I will probably need to come back in September or whenever they get me an updated price, and I may have to get approval again. But I need to get on their schedule to start making these if you agree or if you approve. So that is basically what I'm asking for tonight. I can't give you an exact price right now. But the only bid that I have is from CTS, and this is for 3 trailers, $60,000 each for a total of $180,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I apologize, but that's the best I can do.
Well, looking at, needed a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the bid of CTS of Sykeston, Missouri for $180,000 for trailers for the refuse disposal department.
Second.
Yeah, looking at the budget amount, we have a little.
We got a little wiggle room
So,
there, and I hope we don't need it. but
right,
Anyway.
okay. Any other questions? All those in favor say, yep.
Yep.
All right, Sam, do you have a administrator's report for us?
Yes, sir. Just a few items for y'all. Splash pad is open. We were doing some testing of the lines to make sure there weren't any leaks. And because of the hot weather and things, we went ahead and just decided to leave the system open. So folks who want to enjoy the splash pad are welcome to do so. The hours are going to be from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Next, pool hours we're going to open the pool Memorial Day weekend. Pool hours are going to be, we're going to actually have 2 sessions. We're going to have a day session from 11 to 4 and an evening session from 5 to 8 p.m. So we wanted to try something a little bit different this year. We had received some comments last year that man, it'd be nice if we had some evening swim hours available. Typically, we had those hours reserved for bookings, but we found some time to be able to offer an evening swim. So we're going to try that this year as well. So we are still in need of lifeguards for the pool. So if folks are interested now that school's out, if they want to sign up to go work at the pool this summer, we are still accepting applications. We have our initial round of training scheduled for next week, but we're doing what a lot of other cities are doing right now who are struggling to find lifeguards. We're going to offer that training almost on a continuous basis. So as we get applications in, we'll be able to offer the training for those folks so they can be certified and be able to be proper lifeguard attendants at our pool. Another park item for you, the dog park. We are still waiting for some small signage to be put in, but we're hopeful once we get that signage installed, we might be able to open next week as sort of a soft opening, and then we're planning tentatively a ribbon cutting for June. So ask residents to stay tuned to our social media pages. Once we've got all the equipment in, the signage up, we'll make an announcement that the dog park's open, and then we'll have a nice ceremony in June. We were asked if non-residents and visitors to West Plains would be able to use the dog park. And since there isn't a charge to residents for that service, we will make that service available for anybody. It will be the same sort of criteria though. So a resident who wants to have their dog go to the dog park will need to show rabies vaccination records, as well as whether that animal has been spayed or neutered, and then they'll get an appropriate license or a dog tag for entry into that park. We're going to do sort of a self-policing type system. We had talked at one point about a gate with a key fob that would allow folks to just use it whenever they wanted to, but that system can be expensive and is not reliable. So we're going to hopefully rely on our citizens to police the dog park themselves. And if we have any issues, we'll just kind of deal with them as they come up throughout the year. But we're excited to finally get that thing close to being open. So Public Works Appreciation Week is this week. So I recognize Jeff and his team for all they do on the utilities and public works sides of things, plus Brian's team for all of the street work that we do on a regular basis, sidewalks, et cetera. So planning team is involved in that because of obviously all the planning that needs to take place for a lot of these projects. So it really is almost a recognition of an entire team effort for Public Works Week, but we do want to recognize those folks specifically and appreciate them for their work and service. And happy to answer any questions if you guys have any.
I think we're good.
All right.
I just had a couple of quick announcements. May 27th, we'll be beginning our Aloha Friday program again. So from Memorial Day to Labor Day, Friday, wear your Hawaiian shirt to say hello to the weekend and aloha to the weekend for a week, and also to show a little customer appreciation at your business. Gonna say mahalo. Next would be the next Coffee with the Mayor. We're gonna have to move it to June 10th because of a conflict with the Old Time Music Festival. I'll be there volunteering again like we like to do. They are still looking for volunteers, so if you want to help out with the Old Time Music Festival, if you go to their website, they have a link to sign up to volunteer. It's always a fun time. Get to meet a lot of people that come into the area just for that. So, and that, may God bless, and we are adjourned.